Greetings and salutations. This is Almighty Christopher Daniels, sometimes known as the Fallen Angel, but always known as the greatest wrestler in the world. Your mom's favorite wrestler, your dad's favorite wrestler, the world's favorite wrestler. I'm also a paragon of virtue, an inspiration to children everywhere, and the man with the rear that makes the girls cheer. And while you're watching me, I'm telling you, you're also watching Top 10 Wrestling, so congratulations.
What is up, guys? It is Tom or Top 10 Wrestling, and welcome to the 10 worst United States champions in WWE history. So we're talking about the WWE's version of this championship, not the WCW one. So WCW champions, United States champions, are not included on this list. Alright, let's go. Number 10, Dean Ambrose. Dean Ambrose is the longest reigning US champion, the WWE version, that is. So why is he on this list? He's on this list because he never defended the thing. Obviously, Ambrose held this belt while he was in the Shield, so he was off doing stuff with them instead of defending the championship at pay-per-views. He ended up holding the belt for 351 days before losing it in a battle royal to Sheamus. Number 9, Seth Rollins. Right from the get-go, Seth Rollins didn't have a good championship reign because the way he won it was also really bad. He got help from Jon Stewart, of all people, to win it from John Cena. And as well as that, he lost the title the next month back to Cena, so it was a bit of a pointless reign, and the way he won it was just dumb. Number 8, Zack Ryder. I really didn't want to put Zack Ryder on this list, but I kind of have to. When Zack Ryder won that belt, it was one of the most feel-good moments in WWE history, like genuinely. It was long overdue, he was so over, but then he lost it in less than a month. Number 7, Kalisto. The same problem I have with Kalisto's reign as US champion is the same problem that I have with Rey Mysterio's reign as world champion, or Seth Rollins' reign as world champion. It's that he lost so much on TV that his credibility as champion just went down. Kalisto would lose clean to Ryback on Raw, but then all of a sudden would be able to beat him at Payback. I mean, it made no bloody sense whatsoever. Number 6, Alberto Del Rio. Alberto Del Rio coming back to win the championship clean from John Cena was a big deal. John Cena's reign was fantastic, so Alberto Del Rio had to be a good champion, but he wasn't. You know why? It's because he defended it against people like Jack Swagger. After beating John Cena clean, you should be moving on to bigger and better things, but no, he would be defending it against Jack Swagger, of all people, at TLC. And speaking of Jack Swagger, number 5, Jack Swagger. Jack Swagger was the person who won the title from Zack Ryder, which should have never happened. And man, it has to be one of the most forgettable United States Championship reigns ever. Like, it's so forgettable. The problem with Jack Swagger as champion is that he wasn't established as a singles wrestler. I mean, he was in a team with Dolph Ziggler, where people were more focused on Ziggler than him, even though Swagger was the US champion. Swagger would then lose it to Santino Marella, and hey, what another great segue this is. Number 4, Santino Marella. It's Santino. It's gonna be a comedy reign. It's not gonna be good whatsoever. Santino Marella's reign with the US Championship was just awful. I mean, Santino Marella as a babyface was awful. He was always good as a heel, and him as champion just was so bad. I mean, we had just gone from Zack Ryder and Jack Swagger, 2 awful reigns. You needed a good superstar to hold the championship. So what do? They give it to Santino Marella. WWE logic. Number 3, Roman Reigns. The title doesn't make the man makes the title. So when Roman Reigns, a main event superstar, won the US Championship, you'd be expecting some great things to come out of his US Championship reign. But no, this reign did so little for the United States Championship. He never defended it at all, and instead of defending the US Championship, he was going for the Universal Championship. Like, he didn't care about his title, he wanted a different title, you know? It was dumb. Number 2, RTruth. That's right, RTruth won the US Championship in 2010. You may not even know that because it was so freaking forgettable. RTruth won the vacant title on an episode of Raw from The Miz, and then he'd go on to lose it to The Miz at the next pay-per-view. So, really no point. A very pointless reign. But you may be wondering, why was the title vacant? And it's because the previous champion couldn't defend the championship. And let me tell you who the previous champion was. Number 1, Bret Hart. Bret Hart won the US Championship in 2010. Why? Just why? He won it on an episode of Raw from the actual champion, The Miz, and then the championship was vacated and put up for grabs in a match between RTruth and The Miz the next week, where RTruth would win it, like I mentioned before. Pointless reign. Why was it done? It just took a title off The Miz, which you didn't need to do. Thanks for watching, guys. If you did enjoy, then smack that like button. Sorry about not uploading too much. I've been really busy this summer. I haven't really expected it. There's nowhere to really record in the house that I'm in. This house is very soundproof, so you can't, well, it's not soundproof. You can hear anything, so I don't really want to disturb anyone by recording. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. If you did enjoy, smack the like button. Goodbye, and keep on rolling, baby.